Having new photos from planets of solar system is hard and long task. However, with the start of space programs like James Webb Space Telescope, Parker Solar Probe, and HOPE Probe, it was never easier. Let's start straight away and take it backwards, from Pluto. Even though it's dwarf planet, it still is and forever be part of our solar system. Here we have the latest images of Pluto, which were captured by New Horizons spacecraft in 2015. As a result, the best images of Pluto are of what's called the encounter hemisphere. That's the side of Pluto that contains Sputnik Planeta, which is believed to be an impact basin filled up with cryogenic ice. Images of Pluto revealed ice volcanoes, and we can also have detailed look on Pluto's features called bladed terrains. These features, which are vertical shards of methane ice up to 1,000 feet tall, seem to be widespread on Pluto and are found across half the planet's surface. NASA was also able to take a look at newly discovered relief called less lofty mountain ranges. James Webb Space Telescope is in the space for a while and is constantly sending great pictures back. It certainly didn't disappoint by showing us Neptune from different perspective. From this images captured in September 2022, Neptune is seen with its shiny blue rings and half of its moons. If you are wondering what is that big flash of light, then that is Triton, Neptune's largest moon, taking the main role. Compared to gas giants, Neptune is much richer in elements heavier than hydrogen and helium. This is apparent in Neptune's signature blue appearance in Hubble images, while Webb images are in infrared spectrum, so that's why it shines in white hue. In practice, a thin line of brightness circling the planet's equator could be a visual signature of global atmospheric circulation that powers Neptune's winds and storms. The clouds can last for days or years in Neptune's atmosphere, so nobody really knows what these things are, as they seem to come and go. Following Neptune, Webb Telescope also got a fresher look at Uranus and its system. The new image shows dramatic rings as well as bright features in the planet's atmosphere. The seventh planet from the Sun, Uranus, is unique. It rotates on its side, at roughly a 90-degree angle from the plane of its orbit. This causes extreme seasons since the planet's poles experience many years of constant sunlight, followed by an equal number of years of complete darkness. Images from February and September of 2023 captured ice giant Zeta Ring located close to the planet for the first time in such a detail. This allows for a better scientific understanding. The following feature revealed by this infrared view of Uranus is a seasonal cap of thick clouds located at the north pole of the planet. This polar cap was captured at the most opportune time because it is more visible when the north pole of the ice giant is pointed toward the sun, when it is receiving and reflecting more sunlight. The striking fact is that Uranus has 13 known rings, and 11 of them are visible in this Webb image, some so bright they actually seem as merged to one. Before moving to Saturn, don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment. On June 2023, NASA published latest image from our solar system's second largest gas giant, Saturn, with its iconic rings. As we can see from this picture, 4 of Saturn's rings shine brightly, but Saturn itself is appearing dimmer. That's because, at the infrared wavelengths captured by Webb, methane gas absorbs most of the sunlight hitting the planet's atmosphere, according to NASA. Image also revealed seasonal changes that Saturn is going through by its disks. The northern hemisphere is reaching the end of its 7-year summer, but the polar region is dark. Some say an unknown aerosol process could be responsible, although this phenomenon will be explored further, hopefully offering a clearer explanation. The biggest planet of our solar system, Jupiter, is full of surprises. With giant storms, powerful winds, auroras, and extreme temperature and pressure conditions, Jupiter has a lot going on. In August 2022, 2 new images of Jupiter were captured, again by James Webb Telescope infrared camera, offering a fresh look on solar system's giant. First image shows gas giant's turbulent atmosphere, thanks to swirls of different colors. The bright orange glows at the top and bottom of the planet, displaying Jupiter's northern and southern auroras, which are located on both poles. The Great Red Spot, a famous storm 1.3 times bigger than Earth, appears in white, The brightness here indicates high altitude. This means Great Red Spot has high altitude hazes. Second image is a little different, showing a wider view of Jupiter, including its rings and 2 of its moons. While first image is showing auroras in dim orange color, this one is displaying them as blue. This wider range of view allowed for spotting galaxies too, which are visible as fuzzy specks in the lower background. What about Mars? Well, one of the most stunning and current images of Mars come from United Arab Emirates' Mars probe called HOPE. HOPE is a probe that is studying Mars' atmosphere, just like NASA's Cassini was observing Saturn. It arrived at Mars's orbit in February 2021 and already sent a very detailed photos back on Earth, which will help scientists to understand ancient Mars and whether the planet could have once supported life. This photo was captured at the springtime in the northern hemisphere on Mars, while the water ice of the northern polar cap was surrounded by a receding region of carbon dioxide ice. The cruel twist is shown in the photo called Deimos over Mars, where new observations suggest that Mars's moons may have a planetary origin rather than being captured asteroids. Here we have Earth, the only place in solar system teeming with life. However, as we know much about Earth in comparison to other planets, let's skip it now. Although these are some of the best pictures we have. When you think about Venus, what is the first image that comes to your mind? Well, our latest photos don't show the yellowish color of the Venus, but unveil something different. In 2020, Parker Solar Probe with mission to the Sun quickly captured Venus on its way. The images reveal a diverse topography from highlands and lowlands to continental masses. The data from images also help confirm Venus is scorching hot, with 863 Fahrenheit at its surface. In some cases, the scientists also report emissions similar to those of the Earth's aurora phenomenon, which is unexpected. Closest planet to Sun, Mercury is often overlooked, so the European and Japanese space agencies have collaborated to create the Bepi-Colombo mission, sending an orbiter to study Mercury at close range. In June 2023, it captured these images, showing many of its escarpments, which are tectonic features that probably formed as a result of the planet cooling and contracting. In addition, many nearby impact basins, as seen, have been flooded by volcanic lavas, making this a fascinating region for follow-up studies by this mission. Lastly, we have our soul star Sun. Its solar wind blasts outward with so much power, making it nearly impossible for spacecraft to see through the chaos and determine where it is generated. Until now. NASA's Parker Solar Probe was able to observe the Sun, close enough to image the region where the solar wind originates. In December 2021, the Parker Probe reached the atmosphere of the Sun. Since then, it's been looping around the star, drawing closer each time, and sending back tons of data about everything it encounters. It sent first picture ever from inside Sun's atmosphere. In upcoming years, it should come even closer, so we can expect even better shots.